What's up everybody, Nola Deach here, and I'm coming to you from someplace a little bit different today. I'm out here in Alexandria, Louisiana, literally the center of the state. And I've come out here to check out this old hotel. This is the Bentley Hotel. And there is a very rich history behind this place. And we're gonna go check it out. Let's go. Opened to the public in 1908, the Hotel Bentley was built by Joseph Bentley, who was a wealthy lumberman and banker in central Louisiana. The hotel is located in Alexandria, right next to the Red River, which also has an important history to it, but we'll get to that in a bit. Bentley asked George R. Mann, who designed the Capitol in Little Rock, Arkansas, to design him a hotel in Alexandria. The rumor is that Bentley built the hotel because he was denied a room at the old Ice House Hotel. However, I cannot find much information to corroborate the rumor, as there's about a 40-year gap between the Ice House Hotel being burned down and the building of the Hotel Bentley. About 30 years later, Bentley had an 8-story section built, which added about 80 more rooms to the hotel. Various stars have stayed here over the years, including John Wayne, Cary Grant, and even Roy Rogers. On the top floor, he built a large apartment for himself, complete with his own private elevator. The apartment and elevator are still there, but we couldn't go see it because that section of the hotel is now private condos. The hotel would close its doors in the late 60s, but it was added to the National Register of Historic Places in 1979. A few years later, it would reopen after millions were spent on repairs to the place, but would close again in 2004. The building would undergo a massive restoration and conversion of the 8-story section to condos, except the top floor apartment, and would thankfully reopen in 2015, starting with the Mirror Room Lounge. We're out here on the levee next to the Red River, but real quick, check this out. These bushes are infested with all these little birds making all kinds of noise. Listen to that. So the Red River has quite a history to it. This is the first stop of the Northup Trail, which is where Solomon Northup, a free black man from New York who was kidnapped and sold into slavery, was brought here and delivered at this spot, which started his 12-year journey as a slave in Louisiana. And the movie 12 Years a Slave was based on his autobiography. I just can't get enough of these birds. Listen to those guys. All right, let's go get a good look at the river. This is really a beautiful spot. My goodness. So across the river there, that's Pineville, another little small town, smaller than Alexandria. And right there, that's the Hotel Bentley. But before we check out the hotel, let's look around here. Straight ahead is downtown Alexandria. It's really pretty, with a lot of history. This building to the right is the old Rapides Bank building. So this property was purchased in the late 1890s. The bank moved here when it was only 10 years old in 1898. The bank was in this building until 1954, when it moved 2 blocks south. The building was donated in 1982 by the bank to the Alexandria Museum, which is still here. We visited the museum, but they don't allow pictures to be taken inside because it's an art museum. But trust me, if you're here, go in and check it out. There's some really amazing pieces of work by Louisiana artists. And just across the street from the museum is this amazing mural painted by Leslie Elliott Smith back in 2003. This is the back wall of City Hall, and it was completed to honor Alexandria's bicentennial. And there it is, the Hotel Bentley. What a cool looking building. And you can find the Bentley name pretty much all over the building. This is the Mirror Room Lounge. It's closed right now because of COVID, but this is what it looks like inside, and it is so beautiful. I wish we could have gone inside. During World War II, there was an extremely important exercise that took place in this part of Louisiana, called the Louisiana Maneuvers. It was a series of mock battles designed to prepare soldiers for World War II, and it was the largest mass training maneuvers undertaken by the U.S. Army to date. This training would take place from 1940 to 1943, and the likes of Patton and Eisenhower stayed here at the hotel during these exercises, while they also figured out strategies for war. Being up so close to the hotel, the enormity of it is much more visible. It's really impressive. And from a distance, it doesn't look so big, but man. So up the stairs here, there's a huge front porch sitting area with rocking chairs, a few tables and chairs to sit at. We came out here this morning and sat in the rocking chairs with our coffee and enjoyed the early morning. Now there isn't much of a view from here, unfortunately, but it didn't really matter. But the view inside is amazing. The main lobby is a 7-bay, 2-story domed corridor with huge marble-faced ionic pillars. There's a dome in the center of the ceiling, and it was originally painted by a different artist, but in the 90s was repainted by an artist from New Orleans named Nicholas Crowell. I love how they have the holiday stuff out too. They've decorated the lobby really beautifully. Man, that staircase is gorgeous. We need to go up and see the second level. They've got some Christmas stuff up here as well. Man, it's really pretty up here. But man, look how huge the lobby is. My goodness. The architecture inside and outside is just incredible. I love the designs that are on top of the columns here. Kind of got a gold trim to it. Man, I just can't get over how beautiful this looks. They have several event rooms, but they're all closed, so we can't really go inside to see them. Another Hotel Bentley logo. So we're back down on the lobby level, and I wanted to show you that they have this little room here with some chairs and sofas. They've got a bookcase with some books and magazines. It's decorated all pretty and everything. Plenty of stuff to read. You can get some sodas and some snacks. You can get coffee and hot water for tea or hot chocolate or whatever. It's really nice to just come down here and sit and chill and drink some coffee, read a book or two, some magazines. Just a nice chill spot. Oh, this is cool. They've got this glass case in the lobby. They've got all these old Life magazines from different time periods. Check this out. They've got Joseph Bentley's actual office chair that he used until he died. And I hear he's been spotted roaming the halls in the hotel, by the way. Yeah, it's supposed to be haunted here. They even have a small museum in here dedicated to the Louisiana maneuvers. Not really something you see in many hotels, but check it out. They've got this whole section here dedicated to have all these World War II artifacts and pictures and whatever else they have connection to the Louisiana maneuvers. The setup here is really cool. They've done a really good job with the place, and it honors the history here. Oh wow, they even have this old army jeep inside. Check it out. I'm gonna have to go downstairs and get a little closer. This is wild, man. Just sitting inside the hotel here. That's so cool. Alright, it's obviously from the Vietnam War, but still, how cool is it to see this in here? Here are the elevators for the hotel, and like everything else, they're absolutely gorgeous. I'm not sure what these represent, but they're really pretty cool looking. And I see a little fleur-de-lis up there. So the show Ghost Hunters did an episode here back in 2011, and it's rumored that this hotel is very haunted, with most of the activity being on the 3rd floor, which is the floor we're staying on. And I had an experience last night, which I'm going to tell you about toward the end of the video, so keep watching for that. But in the meantime, let's go check out my room. So take a look at the room we have. It's pretty big. Excuse our stuff on the floor. And we made the bed, which is why it isn't made as well as if the hotel staff did it. But I just wanted you to see how awesome the room is. I mean, it's a typical hotel room with everything you would imagine would be in a room. Even has a mini fridge. Pretty cool. TV, dresser, some chair. The bed is extremely comfy. and you have full control over the AC or heat in here too. The view from this particular room isn't the greatest, but it is an old building and we accept what we have here. That's the top of that beautiful painted dome in the lobby, and we're not concerned with the view one bit, because everything here has been absolutely wonderful. Just an awesome experience so far, and we have another night to stay too, so but it's been great. Love it here. We would definitely come back. Now let me show you the bathroom. Bathroom is also really nice. Everything was super clean when we arrived. We have absolutely no complaints at all about the hotel, not one complaint. So it's now nighttime. It's about 11 o'clock at night. And while walking through the halls earlier, I didn't see any figures or anything, but I did walk through a pocket of cold air. Right about here, I think. I looked around, I didn't find a source of the cold air, and it had gone away. I wasn't filming at the time, and it was a little while ago, but it was really weird. And I'm a huge skeptic when it comes to that stuff, so take it with a grain of salt. But I definitely could not explain where that cold air came from and why it disappeared. Even the lights in the hallways are really nice. I'm gonna go back downstairs to see something. Inside the elevator, it says that the cabs are original to the hotel. And of course, even at night, the lobby looks beautiful. And to add to my experience from before, being down here with pretty much nobody else around is pretty eerie. It's extremely quiet in here, but golly, look at that. That is so beautiful. So I experienced something last night while I was going to bed. I'm laying in the bed and I'm covered with a sheet, a blanket, and then a comforter on top of all of that. And the room was kind of cold, but I had the AC to where it would kick on and then shut off, kick on, shut off. So when the AC was off, there wasn't any airflow in the room at all. There's no fan or anything. Plus, my feet were under these 3 layers of things in the bed, and every once in a while I would feel this kind of breeze of cold air on my feet, and it felt like somebody was just blowing cold air on my feet for like half a second, and then it stopped. And it was really strange because, you know, I was thinking, okay, if I'm moving my feet, and you know, if you move your feet under a big blanket or something, as it lifts the blanket up, kind of creates a little pocket of air or whatever. That wasn't happening. I wasn't moving my feet at all. They were just stationary, and just every once in a while I felt this kind of like breath of cold air sweep across both of my feet. It was very strange. That happened about 5 or 6 times, and then it stopped. It didn't happen anymore. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know what it was, so take it for what it's worth, but that definitely happened to me last night. I could spend all night in the lobby just walking around taking a look at things, man. Do you see that? There's a light up there that turned off. I wanted to go back up here and check out these lights and see if they would flicker off again. Doesn't seem to be doing it now. Oh, it went off. Alright, that's weird. There's nobody up here. There's no light switch or anything. Okay, it just came back on. Now the other one went off. What the heck, man? That's strange. Looks like these are doing it too. Look at this. Just randomly turning themselves off and on again. I don't know why that's happening. There's nobody here. There's no light switches around. It's literally just me in the entire lobby right now. What is going on? So weird. Well, I gotta say that my experience here at the Hotel Bentley was awesome. I love it here. I'm definitely gonna come back here at some point in the near future. Beautiful hotel, a lot of history with it. The area here in Alexandria is really nice. Definitely enjoyed it. I recommend it. I totally recommend it. The staff was great. The food was great. Everything here was great. I have not one complaint about this place. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed a little lanyap from this Who Dat. Go pass a good time.